योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्ताम् सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्. The fifth shloka in the Vishnu Sahasranama is Swayambhu Shambhuradityah Pushkaraksho Mahaswanah Anadhinnidhano Dhada Vidhada Dhaduruttamah. Swayambhu Shambhu Adityah Pushkaraksha Mahaswanah Anadhinnidhana Dhada Vidhada Dhaduruttamah. The first pada, Swayambhu, means one who exists by itself, by himself. He doesn't exist by any support. He is not dependent on anything. He is the cause for everything, but he doesn't have a cause. There is no one higher than him. He has no beginning, no end. He exists by himself. He is the truly independent. He is the truly independent being. And he is called as the Swayambhu. Bhagavan Vishnu, he doesn't have any support. Of course, he is the cause for all and he doesn't have any cause. He is the truly independent being. He is not dependent on anything. Maya is dependent on him, but he is not dependent on Maya. And he doesn't have a beginning, he doesn't have an end. Such a being, it is beyond our thoughts. Because in this material world, we have seen only the beings who are dependent on anyone or any object or any status or any other person. Even though the so-called people who tell that I am independent, without their knowledge or without they being aware, they are dependent on so many things which they may not be aware of or they may not recognize it. So we are not aware of this concept, but Bhagavan Vishnu is the truly independent person. He is beyond the realm of our thoughts. And Isavasya Upanishad, it says that Paramatma is a Swayambhu and Bhagavan Vishnu is Paramatma. So, Swayambhu means it exists by itself. It doesn't have any support. And it is the cause for everything and there is no cause for it. So that is Swayambhu. Shambhu, the next word is one who gives happiness for anyone. He is called as the Shambhu. And Acharya writes that Sham Suham Bhaktanam Bhavayati Iti Shambhu. One who gives happiness to the bhaktas, he is called as the Shambhu. And Lord Shiva is also called as a Shambhu because to his bhaktas he gives happiness. And when we say Shambho and meditate, we are meditating on that core happiness itself. So Shambhu is one who gives happiness to his bhaktas. He is Shambhu. The next word is Aditya. Aditya means, actually we call Aditya as the sun god. The sun god is Aditya. But Acharya writes, Aditya Mandalandahasto Hiranmaya Purushaha is Aditya. One who is in that Surya Mandala. And Surya Mandala is also called Savitra. and the one who is in the Surya Mandala, and that Purusha in that mandala, he is shining from that mandala, and he is called the Aditya. So that's why we say Surya Bhagavan, as sometimes we see at the sun and say Surya Narayana. It is Bhagavan Vishnu who is in that sun, and he is giving light to the sun. Even when we chant the Gayatri mantra, we just look up at the sun and worship that being in the sun who removes all our ignorance and uh, give light to our buddhi. Diyo yona prachodayat. He just give light up our buddhi so that we will understand the self. And Aditya Hridayam, it was taught by sage Agastya to Bhagavan Sri Rama in the war field of in the Yuddha Kanda. It comes in the Yuddha Kanda in Ramayana. In the war field, he teaches the Aditya Hridayam to Bhagavan Sri Ram, and Aditya Hridayam is worshipping that sun god, that is that Purusha in the sun, who gives happiness to all, and who shines this entire world. He is Bhagavan Vishnu. He is none other than Bhagavan Vishnu. So Bhagavan Vishnu is in the sun, and he is giving, he's that Purusha in the sun who is giving light to the sun as well as to this entire world. So that is Aditya. That is the one meaning for the word Aditya, and that's why Bhagavan Vishnu is called as Aditya. And the next meaning is just like how the sun, by its brightness, it removes the darkness. Just like that, by that allegory, Bhagavan Vishnu, he removes or dispels the ignorance of the people. Or when we worship him, he dispels the ignorance of his bhaktas. So by that meaning also he is called as Aditya. And the next meaning is Akhanditayam Mahyam Ayam Patiriti Aditihi. Mahya means it is Mahi means it is Prithvi, on the earth. Akhanditayam, this wide Prithvi's husband is Bhagavan Vishnu, and so he is called as Aditi. And in another Shruti, it is said that Mahim Devim Vishnu Patni. I am, that is the Bhumi Ma, that is the Bhudevi is the Vishnu Patni. So by that name also he is called as Aditi. And so Bhagavan Vishnu is the husband of the Prithvi. That means he protects this earth. He protects everyone. And that's why in the last verse, in the verse 4, the shloka 4 of Vishnu Sahasranama, it is said that Bhagavan is Bharta. He protects, he supports. And so he just like that, he supports the Prithvi also, the Bhumima, that is the Bhudevi, and so he is called as Aditi or Aditya. Another meaning is, for there are four meaning for this word Aditya. And sage Kashyapa and Devi Aditi, they had 12 children, and they were known as Adityas. And Bhagavan Vishnu is one among them. And so by that name also he is called as Aditya. So Bhagavan Vishnu is called as Aditya because he is that Purusha in the Surya Mandala giving light to the entire world. And just like how the sun dispels the darkness in the entire universe, Bhagavan Vishnu dispels the ignorance of each and every one. And since he is the one among the Adityas, the children of Aditi, he is called as Aditya. And he is the husband of the Bhudevi, and so by that name also he is called as Aditya. So by these four meanings he is called as Aditya. The next meaning word is Pushkarakshaha. Pushkara means the lotus flower, and Aksha means the eyes. Bhagavan Vishnu's eyes are always compared with the lotus. And the eyes speaks a lot. For any person, it is the eyes that reveals the mind of that person. And they will say the face itself reveals the personality of that person or the mind of that person, but the eyes in particular, only because of that, the face reveals the mind of the person. It is through the eyes we can read the mind of any person. A person with calm mind cannot have a very harsh view or harsh eyes like that. And a person who has a very aggressive mentality, he cannot have very calm eyes. So it is the eyes of through the eyes of the person we can understand the person. It is the eyes that reveal the mind of the person. And Bhagavan Vishnu's eyes are always compared with the lotus flower because the petals, the form of the lotus flower petals, they are in that form of the eyes, and they are wide just like Bhagavan Vishnu's, because the eyes have to be very broad and full open, bright. Only then it we can understand that he has a very calm but sharp mentality. If you see the sages, they may be of skin and bone, but their eyes will be very powerful. So just like that, Bhagavan Vishnu's eyes, it reveals or it emanates calmness and intelligence. If our mind is in an agitated state and if we see Bhagavan, even in the picture, if we see Bhagavan's eyes, then it gives a lot of peace of mind for us. It just calm our mind. So Bhagavan's Vishnu's eyes is very famous, and it is uh, said in many places as Pushkaraksha or Kamalaksha, like that. Always compared with the lotus flower, but because the lotus flower, it is by nature itself, it gives a very calm presence, and more than that, it is coming from that marshy land, and in that marshy field itself, it is so pure, so it is always compared with the lotus flower. The next word is Mahaswanaha. Mahaswana means the loudest sound, the loud sound. And Bhagavan Vishnu is called as the loudest sound because when these elements they came out, when they evolved out of Prakriti, that is Maya, it was the sound that first came out. It was that Omkara, Om sound. It came out, and along with it came the space element space. The special property of the element space is the Shabda, that is the sound of Omkara. And all the other Shabdas, it came after Omkara. Even the subtlest Vedic mantras, they came only after Omkara. Not only after Omkara, it came from Omkara. The different vibrations from the Omkara are the Vedic mantras. That's why in front of any mantra or any sound, Om is added. Om Namah Shivaya or Om Narayana Namaha. With any mantra, Om is added in front of it just to indicate that all the mantras, Vedic mantras, or any sound that came from Omkara only. That's why the acharyas say that this entire universe itself is an ocean of different vibration and frequencies. In fact, we are all of different vibrations, and our form is according to that vibration. So the entire universe itself is a different sound, and that's why the world is said as the Shabda Brahma. And the Omkara is also said as the Shabda Brahma because it is the sound of Brahman, which means that it was the first sound that evolved out of Brahman. And Bhagavan Vishnu is Brahman. himself. And the sound Omkara is also the sound of Brahman, that is the sound that is Bhagavan Vishnu himself. Bhagavan Vishnu is the Shabda Brahma. And that's the loudest sound, and it is still reverberating in all the animate and inanimate objects. It is reverberating and it will continue to reverberate in the future also. If we meditate on Omkara or if we meditate on our Anahata Chakra, then we can hear that Omkara reverberating in us. In all the beings, in the entire world, in the outer space, everywhere, the subtle vibration of Omkara will be reverberating everywhere. So Bhagavan Vishnu is that loudest sound, and so he is called as the Mahaswanaha. Even the way the mantras came from him, because he is that Pranava mantra. Oh. And the next word is the Anadi Nidanaha. Adi means the beginning, and Nidhanaha means it is the end or the termination or destruction or the end. We can assume it as end. Anadi Nidhanaha means he doesn't have the beginning and the end. Because he is omnipresent, he is always present. He doesn't grow, he doesn't shrink, he doesn't become big, he doesn't dissolve. He is on that same form always. From the time we do not know, he is there, he is present there, and he will be there in the future also. So he doesn't have a beginning and end, and so he is called as Anadi Nidhanaha. The next meaning is the word is Dada. Dada means one who is the foundation of everything or one who supports everything. Dada means he is the supporter, he is the foundation for all of us. He is that support, he is that existence on which we all exist. So that is Dada. The next word is Vidhata. Vidhata means one who is the giver of fruits of our action. And this meaning in detail we saw in the last verse, that is in the word bhavana. He's the giver of fruits, but not in the direct sense, but biologically, he's the giver of fruits. He make all, that is, this world itself is designed according to the prarabdha karmas of each and every individual to exhaust both our papas and punyas. He has given us the body, and he made this world according to that. This world itself is designed according to that. That's why I said the land is designed according to the beings who live there. The sea and water bodies are designed according to that. So it's like that. And no place in this world is best or worst. It is according to our prarabdha karmas we experience, and we say that this world is some place are good and some place are bad. It's all according to our prarabdha karmas. Even when a person live in a modern city, it doesn't mean that he has everything positive or good. He may experience many negative things, but you cannot blame the place you live. Some people, they may be living in a very remote villages, but they will be very happy, they will have peace of mind. That doesn't mean that because they live in the village, they have peace of mind. It is their prarabdha karma, so they are fit in that place. So according to the prarabdha karmas, we experience positive and negative result. And it's not with any situation of the world. That's why the acharyas say that this world is in our mind and not in that external situation. So that is the meaning of the word vidhada. And when the right time and the right place come, Bhagavan Vishnu as Atma, he induces us to perform the action, or he induces the impressions in our mind, and that will attract a situation or people or material according to our impressions in it. So it is Bhagavan Vishnu who impels us to do the action, and in that way, Bhagavan Vishnu is called Vidhata. The next meaning is word is Dadu Uttamaha. Dhatu Ruttamaha means Dhatu means elements and Uttama means supreme. He is that supreme element. And this meaning also we saw in the last verse. All the elements came out from him, and he is that supreme element. From him, all the elements came out and they combined and they formed this different world. So Bhagavan Vishnu is that supreme being from whom all the elements came out, and so he is called as Daduruttamaha. Many words have same meaning, but they have the beauty in that Sanskrit language. That's why I say the word Daduruttama has the same meaning like Bodhakrit or Bodhabrat. But Bhishmacharya, he is using this word because to if we do not understand the beauty and the meaning of that Sanskrit language to the core. Because the words are coined according to that. It doesn't mean that one word or one meaning is repeated again and again because Bhishmacharya doesn't have any other word to explain Bhagavan Vishnu. It's not like that. Here is the beauty of the Sanskrit language. From our point of view of bhakti or from the point of view of Vedanta, this is the explanation based on the explanation given by Sri Adi Shankaracharya for these words and some more modern authors also. So that's the meaning of the word Dhaduruttamaha. So that completes the meaning of the fifth shloka of Vishnu Sahasranama. So with that, I conclude this video and I will come up with the meaning of the shloka 6 of Vishnu Sahasranama in my next video. Kayena vacha manasendriyaiva buddhyatmana va prakrite swabhava करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि ॐ तत्सत्